Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebartogo.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we discuss if we think the whiskey sour, a classic bourbon cocktail, is ready to have its day to shine. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Kathy Cool, Katie Joyce, and Tim Swyatt.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hello.
Hey, so we're going to be talking about the whiskey sour today, a classic American cocktail, and we'll be talking about, is it ready to have its day? It's certainly something that everyone knows. Everyone's probably tasted at some point, may or may not like it. Some of that could be the fact that the sour mix is the devil when it comes to cocktails. That stuff is the worst. Never get one with if they're using the sour mix, just pass. So we're going to talk about that though. If you make them fresh, one of the best cocktails out there, and but we'll get to that after the break. For right now though, McNew said there's something she want to talk about. What is that, McNew? We got 2 McNews.
McNew.
I got kicked out it froze, and then I left. I guess I'm back.
Okay, well, no, you never left for us. You're still there, but you are froze in the other one. The other McNews froze.
Up here like Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, 2 McNews.
Me. It's a nightmare for some people, probably. I don't know how to make it.
Oh, now we're down to
she's
one.
gone. Okay. I'm back.
Thankfully, we got the good McNew, not the evil one.
Yes.
No, we kept the good one. All right.
Not the evil twin.
So, McNew, you said there's something you wanted to talk about, or at least your old evil twin did. Do you have something for us?
I do still want to talk about it. I saw somebody post the other day about McDonald's snack wraps, and I fucking loved those things in high school. I think that's what I existed on for at least 2 years.
Snack grabs.
The snack wraps. They were like little burrito wrapped chicken tenders with different flavors. They were so good. So
With ranch.
I did
ranch, honey mustard, barbecue sauce.
Jumped off a cliff because I did like the ranch ones, but honey mustard was my favorite. But my question was, what is a fast food snack or a fast food meal that was no longer exists that you wish you could bring back from your high school year?
Oh, yes, I am prepared.
Okay, what do you got?
So Steak and Shake used to have a lime freeze, and they got rid of it. And every time we went to Steak and Shake, I made my mother ask for the lime freeze in hopes that if we asked enough, they would bring it back. And to this day, my family still gives me shit about it. Because for like the longest time, I'd be like, I'll have a lime freeze. And they're like, we don't have that anymore. I'm like, maybe you should bring it back. And then I'd order what I planned on ordering.
Okay.
Well, we went to Steak and Shake like a week ago. And they made fun of me. They're like, my mom's like, oh, are we going to have to order a lime freeze? I was like, no, I'll just accept it and I'll take the orange freeze. I'm fine. They don't have orange freeze anymore either. And I am so mad.
What?
They said we don't have orange freeze anymore. And I was like,
the one
I
that
don't know
tastes
how
like an orange creamsicle.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm honestly just impressed you have a functioning Steak and Shake. The ones here are just like buildings. I don't know how they make money.
It's the only place to get ice cream. So we were on our way back from the Fox. We saw a show. We saw Peter Pan at the Fox in St. Louis. And so it's the only place late at night you can get ice cream. It's Steak and Shake. Nothing else is open in small town Missouri.
You could have stopped at Ted Drew's before heading out of town.
There's no on the way from the Fox to Warrenton.
Well, what is it? A diversion of 4 minutes? Oh,
yeah, probably.
I'm so sorry that. Sorry you could have cost you 4 minutes. On the weekend?
You don't have convenience, Katie.
No, it's a Thursday.
At least midnight. Not later.
See, I need to get my ice cream craving before I leave the city then. I usually don't get it until I get like edge of St. Louis. I get into St. Charles County and then my ice cream craving hits and then I'm screwed. There's nothing. Yeah.
I went to Ted Drew's today. They got the Christmas trees going, so half their parking lot is dedicated to that. So the parking's just insane. It was. You talk about it was like going to the zoo.
Never good.
It's never good. But at least when they got 2 lots, you got a chance. 1 lot, and then it's just people walking around everywhere.
They should do a Christmas tree cake ice cream, like the Hostess Christmas tree cakes, but smashed up into it. That'd be
Little
good.
Debbie Christmas tree cakes.
Yeah, Little Debbie. No, I said it wrong. Little Debbie's right.
Said Hostess. Yeah, it's Little Debbie.
Yeah, I messed up.
Speaking of that, the warden bought some Little Debbie earrings today. Christmas cake earrings today.
Really?
I love that.
Did they come free with their iced tea?
No. I had to pay for multiple iced teas today, so we were out for both lunch and dinner today. So that's doubled me up on the iced teas. I'm down $10 today. So yeah.
But the earrings are fine. We can pay for those.
Oh yeah. The earrings were only $6, which is not that much more than an iced tea.
Impressive.
Oh yeah. So
Out of easy then.
Yeah. So she got some earrings. Little Debbie. It was at this little place called Retro St. Louis, not too far from Ted Drew's. But she saw in the window some blow molds. She was like, I want to go in there because we were driving from, we went and got some records, Christmas records actually, from the record store, some old ones. They had a hell of a deal. So it was $3 a piece, all Christmas records. They had over 1,000 in stock, all these old Christmas records, and I love old Christmas music. And then you get 20% off, and so basically they're just like giving them to you. So we got
They actually gave you Christmas records
then,
and
right,
money back.
and money back, yeah, 20% off, and it was like, oh. And the warden and I were like, hell, if we don't like them, we'll just go back and sell them back to them, and we'll then buy something else. So, yeah. So then she saw this little store. We stopped in there, got a eggnog bowl and those earrings. So yeah, it was a heck of a day.
But
Dandy
they
little
didn't
day.
have any good blow molds?
They had them to bring you in. They did.
Not for sale.
Not for sale. Those aren't for sale in the window. What? So, but we bought a couple other things.
There's always a price.
Yeah. Probably, but I don't know that it would have been available through the kid that was ringing us out. So he was like a college age kid. So I don't.
Yeah.
He said, "I just work
I don't
here."
think he could have authorized anything. So
He doesn't have the authority.
yeah, he didn't have the authority to make any sort
That
of.
sounds like a challenge.
Yeah.
Convince him he has the authority.
Yes.
And then the next day he's fired. Poor kid.
Right. So,
Find another job.
Katie weighed in. How about anybody else? Tim, what are your thoughts on our topic of the day? Whatever that is, I forgot.
Yeah, what are we talking about?
Fast food snacks we bring back.
Oh, fast food.
Okay.
It's gone. Okay.
You know, you got me on that. You got me on the snack wraps. I think I've seen that same content. That same. She's creating these things like back in 2007. I want to make sure all my bra straps can be seen, and she's dressed. All this stuff. She's doing a lot of fun stuff. I actually have been entertained by her stuff.
Okay.
But I actually
Like
miss
that was the example you gave, but continue.
Yes,
Right.
exactly. I just go right to the stuff I remember. McDonald's used to do grilled chicken, and then I used to always get the grilled chicken option instead of the crispy chicken. Think I was being healthy, and didn't realize that chicken was liquid and came out of a tube.
Oh,
And then-
God.
Yeah.
Chicken
And I was-
slurry. Yeah.
But yeah, I was always get the grilled chicken wraps and the grilled chicken sandwiches until I realized that McDonald's is in the business of grilled chicken.
Yeah. No,
God, I love those things.
that was the crispy. I had to have like the crispy stack wrap. Those were my jam.
Crispy was actual chicken.
Yeah.
Okay.
The grilled was not. Sadly, that I
not.
learned, and I was
Okay.
grossed out forever.
Okay. I would say something that I miss that they used to have from Taco Bell.
No, you can't take it.
The Cholito.
Oh.
I'm not taking yours.
Oh.
You
Okay.
don't like it. It was chili meat instead of ground beef, chili meat in there in the burrito.
They also had a cheeserito, which was just cheese.
Just cheese. I'd eat a cheeserito and a chilito. That would be a nice little order for me. I would like that.
Well, like at Taco Bell, most things I feel like you can make it on your own if you just order a different item and then sub a few things in it because it's all the same. Like,
do they have chili meat still?
In a different. I don't know. That might be one that they actually.
I think that just went away.
Yeah, they do that one.
Chilito, man, bring back the chilito. Let's start a campaign. All right, Kathy, I guess you got another Taco Bell one. It wasn't.
I do.
Chilito, though.
25-cent tacos.
25-cent tacos.
Yeah.
The tacos were 25 cents.
You miss a price.
I do. I miss a price.
You miss a price.
So we would
$5.
skip out.
Ow.
We would skip out at lunch, and as long as you brought 2 tacos back to the security guard, he didn't care. So you could buy like a shitload of tacos, give 2 away, and still have a shitload of tacos for $3.
$3.
You were
That was my allowance when I was a kid.
And listen, like he wasn't excited about the tacos. He just knew he was going to have massive diarrhea. He's like, they're going to get me out of work for 2 hours this afternoon. They can do whatever they want. He loves you guys.
Yeah, lunch in high school, you just triggered a memory for me. How about Pizza Hut lunch buffets?
Oh
yeah, those things, they were the largest consumer of kale at one point in time because they used it as decoration around the buffet.
They used it to separate all the.
And that made them the largest?
They were the largest consumer of kale. Yes.
Interesting.
So we decided to realize that maybe we should eat this stuff, and it's disgusting.
It's terrible.
God, those lunch buffets, when you got to that cinnamon, it was a cinnamon pizza, the dessert pizza at the end. If you could make it all the way to that, you knew you had a good day.
Right. I'll tell you, I used to get the meal at the McDonald's, $3. It was the quarter pounder meal was $3, and you're like, well, of course that was. I'm talking. I graduated high school in 1986, and so they're like, well, yeah, prices go up. Okay, $3 in 1986 is worth $8.64 today. That same meal will cost you like $13.64 today. Yeah. So
and that's only if you're using the mobile app for the discount.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. The mobile app.
That's why Taco Bell's disappointing now, because I've had the same order for like 15 years.
Right.
Used to be $5. Why is it 14? Like,
I know.
Same shit.
Fast food prices. You can get better food at a sit-down restaurant for cheaper.
Yes.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Walked into a Chili's for the first time in about maybe 10 years on Tuesday. And the general and I ordered the fajitas for 2 for $39.99, and I thought I was getting out there like I was eating like a king, and 4 meats, the whole show, as many tortillas as you wanted, chips and so all that. I was like, you got to be kidding me! I get $40 for 2-person fajitas, but I felt like I got a deal.
Right,
all freshly prepared, right there for you. I was like, I can't believe I'm in a Chili's again, but they still serve their soft drinks in a mug, which hit differently. Good way.
In a good way.
Very often, but like I'm never disappointed at a Chili's.
Really?
I'm never.
Also not wowed, but like not disappointed. So there's that.
Right. Huh. Okay.
Well, Applebee's has a $10 burger meal now too as well. Burger, fries, and a drink for $10.
I don't go to those type of places. I don't
know. Me either.
I
just don't go to them.
I'm never mad at Chili's. I do like a Chili's.
You do like a Chili's, huh? Interesting. I don't know. I'm always trying to go to some place where there's a proprietor involved. Someone's there who's has skin in the game, not just some sort of
not some
franchise.
corporate shill walking around shaking hands with some babies.
Yeah, it's just not like that.
19-year-old manager.
Yeah, I know. I want to live in a town that really doesn't have those, and you can get some of those. Believe it or not, you go to Florida. There's some Florida beach towns where they don't allow.
Those are the best.
They're the best. They are the best. And you know what? You nothing drops off in terms of your food's fantastic. You're like, wow, this is the way to go. Yeah. So
we visited some friends in a small Kentucky town a few weeks ago, and they asked where we want to go to dinner, and I was like, do not take me to a chain. I'm like, I want somewhere local that I cannot find anywhere else. Do not even try to take me somewhere that I can get in St. Louis. Like, absolutely not.
Yeah.
It worked out great. There was this like bar and grill type place, had a wonderful dinner.
Yeah, anytime you travel, you should never go anywhere you could eat at home.
Right.
No.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless it's a quick breakfast, like on
Right.
the road.
The only time they'll ever get me is like, I always do road trips. And a lot of times if you've been driving for 12 hours, if there's a place next to the hotel and I can don't have to drive there, I'll be like, let's just go there. Whatever it is. It could be a Chili's. Something like that.
Yeah, find me a Waffle House whenever I'm traveling for those types of meals, especially when I go south. I gotta find a Waffle House.
Waffle
no. I
Yeah.
have never been to a Waffle House sober.
No,
Like-
never sober. Never. It's always
Neither
like
is anybody else in there.
and I don't know my name.
Yeah.
I will eat at a Waffle House, but I refuse to look at the floors.
Okay. That's probably a good policy.
Smart.
Yeah. Maybe you don't
I
look
will
at the
not
front-
look at the floors. I will focus at the table
Okay.
and
Table
the
up.
food.
Table and food. Yeah.
Do not look at the floors of a Waffle House.
Okay.
It's probably good advice.
That's good advice. So
Yeah.
on that note, our advice is to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's have Kathy Cool go. One of her last final drinks here as she gets ready to go.
That's right. For
go dry.
31 days.
31 days.
I'm going to open up my American single malt from Yellowstone.
Yellowstone. Nice.
Damn it.
Very good.
It was good.
That was a
Not
Maybe-
even a new bottle.
Maybe it should be called Great. That was very good. So solid. All right. I'll go next. I've got Cherry Bomb here. Cherry Bomb from Nobleton.
Nice.
This one's getting low. Let's see what we got here. That was actually pretty nice considering this is
I
halfway.
didn't hear anything.
Loved.
It'd
Pretty
be
loved.
almost
Didn't hear
amazing
anything either.
if you knew who
Nothing
picked
came through.
that barrel.
Not you. I mean, this was picked by a birthday boy. Yeah. So Kathy's claiming credit. Didn't you not vote for this one, by the way?
No, I
Isn't
voted
that
for
the
that
story?
one.
New guy told me you didn't vote for this
Oh.
one.
New guy
but-
voted for a different one. Noah and I voted for Cherry Bomb. New
Not
guy
the
picked
story he
something
tells.
else.
So his
Oh.
story's different.
Well, then let's get Demetrius and Noah involved in this conversation.
Okay, let's get him on. Okay, here we go. Call him up.
Right now.
Yeah, let's resolve this. Kathy clearly has the lead. Mine was decent for what it was, but it was not near the championship level that she was at there. So let's see. Tim, you can go next.
All right, I got a bottle of Buzzard's Roost Char number 1 straight bourbon whiskey.
Okay. Nothing there. Nothing.
No.
Silence. All right, McNew.
I have an arty one from the Barrel Shop.
Because
Wiki. A little scratch there beforehand. You did some walk-up music, and then
And
and then did a
DJ
pop.
McNew on the pod.
I tell you what, that was one of the most creative cork pops we've had so far. But, it wasn't to the level that would win, I don't think. So Kathy has.
It's an honorable mention.
It is an honorable mention. It was the most creative
Absolutely.
cork pop of the year. Yeah. All right. Katie, your last but not least here. What do you got?
I've got Neely. This is the Royspy Cream. This is the gifting bottle of the season. If you have a bottle you want to gift to this year, go to the Barrel Shop and get the Royspy Cream. But maybe not all of you, because I'll still probably buy a few more bottles of it. So
Okay.
let's not sell it out yet.
Oh, that was really good, but I think Kathy's was better. I mean, Kathy's
Agreed.
was great, but I think Kathy got her there. So cheers, gang.
Cheers.
Kathy.
Mm.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. And then when we come back, it's going to be whiskey sour. Is it ready to have its day? Is it ready to shine? We'll get to that after the break. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of Executive Bourbon Steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your Executive Bourbon Steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your Executive Bourbon Steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show. All right. Grab one of those. Oh, God. It's George T. Stagg. We just throw it around here at the ABV Barrel Shop. You're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today we're talking about the whiskey sour, and is it time for it to have its day in the sun?
Yes, we are. So the whiskey sour, the whiskey sour is unique, I think. Again, I think we've all been victims of just the bad whiskey sours with that sour mix, and sometimes that sours us on this drink, but it shouldn't. A freshly made whiskey sour can be one of your best drinks that is every bit as applicable this time of the year when it's cold outside versus summertime. You can even get frozen ones. I think that it would be a great pairing, an alternative to the margarita, perhaps with Mexican food. I think it would go great with that. Unlike most whiskey cocktails, I think the whiskey sour actually would go very well with Mexican food. Not saying it's going to knock the margarita off, but I think there could be something there, and we are seeing a little bit of things happen. It's there's the canned cocktails. There's some whiskey sour ones. Not that that's a good thing, I don't think, but it does say that it's on the radar a little bit more than it has been. So I don't know. What do you guys think about the whiskey sour?
First of all, your comment about comparing it to margaritas, if they could bring it out in one of those big chalices and 16 ounces, I'd be all over that. One of the things I think also kind of deters people, besides the terrible sour mix, is that when they do it right, a lot of people are put off by the egg.
Yes. There's alternatives to that though, too. So,
However, it's not. You should not be scared.
No, it's delicious.
No, I was hesitant to do any kind of cocktail with egg white at home. I didn't feel like I knew what I was doing, but thanks to St. Louis Bourbon Palooza in our cocktail class with Meredith Berry, we did a whiskey sour. And I feel very confident in making a whiskey sour at home now and using my egg white. I will even I've gone to a friend's house and I brought my carton of eggs with me to make whiskey sours. And so there's more things about that, but you should not be afraid of the egg white. That it is still very approachable. You just I feel like one person walking you through how to do it and you've got all the confidence to do it. It's not bad.
Yes.
And not everyone can have Meredith Berry walk them through it.
Oh my God.
That'd be nice if they could.
She's
the best.
Most of
Katie would. So just call her.
Yeah, so I was in that class too, but I skipped the egg white because I personally don't like it. I am one of those people that avoid this drink because I don't like the egg white. I don't like the falernum either. I don't like that texture, that foamy stuff.
Well, Fee Brothers has an alternative out now. So
I just don't enjoy that. But
as we heard here first, McNew is wrong, but
but I made mine without that, and it was still really good. It was still foamy and interesting. Mine still looked pretty. So I mean, if they could skip that every time, I don't hate the whiskey sour. I do hate it with the egg white, though. It's not my thing.
But Kathy's right. If they would put it in a chalice, whatever Mexican restaurant starts promoting it by putting it in a chalice that's the same size as a margarita, they'll get plenty of people ordering it. And again, I don't think there's a drop off in terms of pairing it with the food.
No,
That's what's so great about the margarita. It goes well with the Mexican food, but I feel like the whiskey sour would too. So I think
that's a good idea, Steve, because when I go to Mexican, I'm really just there for the drinks. Honestly, drinks and chips, that's why I'm there. And I'm always like, I want a margarita as big as my head. If they said, we can give you a whiskey drink as big as your head, I'm like, I'm in. I am into that.
Right.
100%.
But those margaritas are coming out pre-made.
Yeah, with most of them, unless you're going to the good places.
With margarita mix.
Yeah.
I was going to say, the acid reflux would be the same for both, so it doesn't really matter.
This is true.
It's a push on that.
There's a PSA from one of our elderly guest hosts. So yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so go back to the sour. Every time I've seen somebody order a whiskey sour, it's at the VFW hall or something like that, because it's an oldie but a goodie drink, and it's there. But it's Steve, you're right. If you find the fresh ingredients, or you find the folks that are actually making them from scratch, which is not easy to do. I'm sure our bartender friends out there probably rolling their eyes like, oh, it's not easy to make by itself, but it can be. Like everything else. I mean, I know most bartenders hate making mojitos as well, but everybody's ordering mojitos like crazy, but they're a pain in the ass to make. But if you get one done right and don't fear the egg white, I 100% agree. And if you don't like cold foam on your coffee, like McNew, and like anything with foamy type texture on top, then get an alternative.
Yeah.
I do agree with what Steve said, that it can be completely different seasons. So the one that we made at the cocktail class was a pear whiskey sour or spiced pear, one of the two. And now John and I have been making different simple syrups for different whiskey sours at home. The most recent, it was a spiced apple simple syrup that we made to use in it. And so we made it with apples and clove and cinnamon in there. And it has made some wonderful fall themed whiskey sours. But you can change up your simple syrup. Super easy to make already. Simple's in the name. And make it fit any season. I am excited to keep enjoying the whiskey sours year round.
Yeah, for sure. So it feels like it's poised. It's on deck. Whether it's going to happen to it or not, we don't know. But I'd like to see it. I'd like to see someone take a shot with it, because I just don't think our other favorite cocktails, like a Manhattan or old fashioned, they can't necessarily fit into pairing with food like the whiskey sour can. Yeah. And not all of them are the versatile, where it's good in winter, good in the summer too. So I feel like that's one of the differentiators that could really make the whiskey sour take off. So we'll see what happens.
I think as well, it's more approachable for non-whiskey drinkers that is compared to an old fashioned that is so spirit forward, which I love. But I absolutely have loved the whiskey sours that I make, because it's not overly sweet. It has a great balanced taste to it, but it is totally approachable. And so I had people over at my house last night, and one of the guests had brought her own margarita with her, and she was talking about how she was not a whiskey drinker at all. And I'm like, let me make you a whiskey sour. Like a good whiskey sour, like it is light, it is enjoyable. So it appeals to the masses, in my opinion, that you can use that as kind of your gateway cocktail as well to suck them into whiskey cocktails.
But I think it has a connotation of Granny's drink.
That's a grasshopper.
It is.
That was a grasshopper.
That's Granny's drink, is a grasshopper.
Have a point though, because it is one of the classic cocktails. Like, it's been around for centuries. Before they were sours, they were known as flips, like an egg flip. And I think it's funny this one didn't have a comeback, because a lot of the older ones have had their day. They've had a comeback where we've been obsessed with them. I don't know why this one hasn't, but I think, Steve, if you ask Molly Wellman or a cocktail historian, her thoughts would be interesting on this. Why has it not made a comeback? Yeah. I would love to know about that.
I would like Molly Wellman. I think is probably better suited than anybody to answer that. Yeah. But if I had to guess,
really should have had someone with knowledge on this podcast right now.
Is there someone here?
No, that's
none of us.
Okay,
well, I'll make bullshit up.
My guess is it's got to be the mix, right? I think that's what did it in.
Sour
I think the one that McNew's talking about back in the day, they were making them fresh and all that because there wasn't an alternative. And as in the 60s, when people start making those mixes and that begins processed and bottled and all that kind of stuff, so the 60s and 70s, I think that's what did it in is they had that mix, and that was everywhere in the bar. It makes it real easy. Then you just pour two things together: whiskey sour mix, boom, you've got the cocktail.
Well, and I think that be off-putting too on a menu, because like if you see something that says sour in it, you're like, oh, they're just using a sweet and sour mix. That's going to be trash. I think that's automatically off-putting to a lot of people, myself included. I never
can't blame them. I feel the same way.
I ask every time. I ask, and it's surprising. Some of the bars I've been in, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we use a sour mix."
Then I don't want it.
Then no, thank you. I'll move on to my Manhattan.
Right. Yeah.
There you go.
I would like to add that I had a special bottle for this episode, but I forgot about it with our small talk. I have a bottle of On the Rocks Spiced Pear Whiskey Sour. Because I took this as my sign that On the Rocks released their pre-made, that it's making its comeback. And any pre-done old-fashioned I hate, but On the Rocks I love. Like the On the Rocks is legitimate. I still prefer mine better, but if I'm going to just pour something out of a bottle
for quick and easy, that's the way to go. Huh?
Yeah, I do think products, even their old-fashioned, isn't bad, and I'm really about those. They're fine.
So, Steve, you should expect to hear from On the Rocks any day now for their advertising dollars.
Yes.
This Spiced Pear limited edition whiskey sour, while it is very sweet, and I would much prefer a homemade whiskey sour, if I'm going to have one that's pre-made, it is not bad. I am not mad at it. So
do you put extra whiskey in to counteract that extra sweetness?
Yeah. And it says on the bottle that's made with Old Overholt, and so I'd put in a little bit more Old Overholt, which is great. And normally the On the Rocks drinks as well can get you where you're going in just one of their little bottles. Like with the old fashioned, that's like it's a night right there.
Just a quick 375 and you're good to go. Yeah. Yeah, that's nice. So by chance, Meredith Barry also made a spiced pear whiskey sour, and then that's what that is too?
It was pear for sure. I don't know if it
was definitely pear. I have where I might be in a box.
Man, this is good.
I don't know where it went. I kept the menu, and I don't know where it is now. But
I do. Mine's in
that's
it's in 2 rooms over from me right now, so I'm too lazy to get it. But
sure.
So this is the same idea of what she had made, because Meredith knows all, and then On the Rocks knows that she's brilliant. So there we go.
We do more classes and things with Meredith Barry, that's for sure.
Oh my gosh,
she's awesome. She's awesome.
Like,
also,
you could
very busy though.
Wednesday, and I'd be like, I'm driving in.
Right.
Fantastic.
That's one way to get me into the barrel shop more than once a quarter. Bring her in.
There you go, bringing Meredith Barry. All right, fair enough. All right, on that note, we're going to wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Katie, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me over on Instagram at KatieProof.
Kathy.
You can find me insisting on a real whiskey sour when I can find it, and on Instagram at KKCastStrength.
All right, Tim.
You can find me also supporting Kathy Cool, finding more whiskey drinks, especially in the month of December, when appropriate. On Instagram at SwyGuy2112 and on YouTube at Our Flagship Whiskey.
All right, McNew.
You can find me being forever an egg white hater, and on Instagram at ABV.
All right. For me, I'm an easy guy to find. I'm at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We also got a company website. I think it's going to be abvnetwork.com. Check that one out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. Come by and see me. The ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We're online, abvbarrelshop.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I'd like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV
Great job today, gang. Farnitz, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
See everyone.
Bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you're in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.